Today we are going to create a very nice UI animation using drag feature of Adobe XD, which has been recently released. Let me show you how it looks like. Let's hide this one. Okay, so if I try to drag this, you can see there are actually three things changing over here. One is this savings for in percentage. Also, I think four things. This graph is actually moving. You can see, and also you can see there is this icon, this bag of full of dollars, and it is actually increasing in size. So as my savings are going up, you can see it is increasing in size. So I tried to create this idea. I got this idea from another guy, so this is not totally mine, but I think I improvised it and added few more things like we have this icon over here getting larger, this icon getting larger, and this top bar, which is actually the percentage bar increasing in size. So let's start creating this and jump into Adobe XD. Now let's start designing this, and we are going to go to the new file, new artboard, and we are going to select this iPhone 6, 7, 8. Okay, so the first step is we need some UI elements from Apple. So for that, we are going to go to their website and download this. So download for Adobe XD, which is iOS 12 version of Adobe XD, and I have already downloaded it. So I'm going to open that file and grab few things like navigation bar or status bar, few things like that. Okay, these are my UI design elements. I'm going to open this file. Let's open it. Let's zoom in, Control 0, Command 1, Command or Control 1. So I am going to use something like this one, navigation bar, light status bar, Command or Control C, paste it over here. And one thing is that I need to change the linking over here so it is linked to the previous screen and previous UI element. So I'm going to unlink, right click, unlink symbol, because we need to hide these few things over here. So I'm going to hide this right accessory over here, and in the parent view I'm going to type savings 2018, something like this. And also we are going to change the background color to white rather than gray. So this is our settings. Let's add one more text over here, savings versus income, like this. Move it in line with this one. Okay, now we need one ellipse over here, holding shift. Let's make it 64 by 64. Remove the border. Let's keep the border right now, and I'm going to drag my image over here and on top of this one, like this. Remove the border. Okay, and I'm going to align it with these. Let's it looks great over here. Okay, so from the side we have 13, from here we have 16, so let's move it 1, 2, 3. Okay, something like this. So the size for this one, I am going to use the font which is SF Display Compact. You can download these typefaces from same website I showed you, Apple Resources. And for the color, I am going to use a bit of 5656, something like this. Okay, and now we are going to create the bottom button. So for the bottom button, I am going to create something like this. I'm going to have 6 for the roundness, and for the color fill, I am going to use 6, 6, 5, 6, A4. I'm also going to add it over here because we're going to need this color again and again. So aligning in the middle looks great. Let's move it like this. Let's put the text over here, replicate this text, move it over here like this, arrange it. We are going to make it white. Set your set savings goals. Line in the middle. This. Okay, so our button is set. Few information is also set. Now we are going to create our bar over here, which is slider. So for that, I am going to use this rectangle tool and create a bar like this one. And I'm going to have some rounded corners over here, maybe 6, something like this. And I'm going to use some shadow around it, remove the border. So we have this white line which have some shadow over it. Let's put our drag control on the top of it. So here we have the drag control. I'm going to remove the border, use the same purple color, and let's keep it like this. Okay, so again we are going to replicate this one, this bar, because we need the filler over here for this one. So for the top one, I'm going to remove the shadow because we don't need the shadow in the filler, and we are going to reduce its width to 20 and change its color to our cyan blue color, which is 93E4EE, this one. Okay, so let's move it a bit over here and let's move this one a bit bigger, make this one a bit bigger like this. Okay, so now this is looking great. Let's move it a bit over here. Okay, so this is actually our bar. So let's group them. Drag bar. So we are good till yet. Okay, so now we need to create this middle element, which is our actual graph, circular graph. And for the borders, I'm going to use 30 because actually we are going to use the border actually. So let's remove the fill. There are many color schemes you can do with this one. You can use any color you want, like this or something else, but for now we are going to use a color which is actually this one. Let's add this color, so we don't need to remember the colors again and again, something like this. And this is going to be our background bottom, and we are again going to replicate this, and it is going to be our background top. Okay, again we are going to replicate this one. Actually those two are going to be our backgrounds, and this is going to be our top one, which is pink moving part. So for that we are going to change its color to pink, which is D63580. Okay, I'm also going to add this color. Okay, so for this pink color, it is going to be our moving part. So for this one, I'm going to use our dash 30, and gap is going to be 1000. So something like this. Now we are going to use rounded gap from here. So now you can see we have something very nice spot over here, which is going to be moving. Okay, so so here we have it. Now we are going to have something over here, the text for the moving part. Okay, for this part I'm going to show you the trick. We need a text which is going to be something like this: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, and then we are going to replicate this one again like this and like this. Okay, so here we have percentage, so we are going to use these two, and I'm going to use a font size of 32, something like this. Let's move it a bit away from this, and one more time because we need a percentage over here. Percentage. Oops. Okay, now the trick is from here we are going to use something like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we are going to use a mask and mask these both layers. Okay, so let's create a rectangle which is going to take this portion over here. Let's use this one too. And now we are going to select all these 3 layers below, and at the top is our going to be the mask. Right click and mask with shape. Shift Control M or Shift Command M. Okay, so we have masked this section. So this is actually the basic trick behind all this. We are going to move these items inside this mask. Okay. Similarly, we are going to replicate the same mask, and we are going to move it over here. We are going to remove this percentage, replicate this one, create a new one, new line over here, and this line is going to be starting from, let's say, 5, and the mask is going to be a bit bigger because we need to have a symbol over here. So let's put symbol over here, dollar symbol. You get the idea. Actually, we need these items moving inside a mask. So mask is going to be our main tool to move them around. Let's align it at the top of this one. Okay, then we are going to replicate this. I think we have almost completed, so be patient with me. Let's use some shadow around it too. Okay, so most of the part is almost complete. Let's move this saving a bit up. Let's make its font size a bit more smaller, 18. Okay, so this is looking good. Okay, so we need one icon which is missing over here, and few more things which were few details like this one. So actually I got this icon from an icon package I have. So if you don't have this icon, don't worry, you can use any symbol. Even if you want to use, you can use a dollar symbol over here, which gets bigger by dragging this. Okay, now we need to create a few more layers, or you can say a few more things for this one actually. So this is actually moving part, and we have if you know a bit of auto-animate about Adobe XD, you know that you need to have same set of layers on both screens. So I am going to, this is our drag bar, this is button. So let's group this and make it a button. Okay, so if you want to use these icons, you can just put them, drag them over here and put them. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to drag it at the top like this. Also moving this one over here. Let's align them and see what is the distance. Okay, so here we have them good. Let's add some shadow to this one. If you want some shadow, let's add some shadow to the background, BG bottom and BG top. -9, 15, 30. Okay, so I think this is looking great. Okay, so I'm back. I have adjusted the shadows, and you can download this file. So don't worry if you are unable to adjust the shadows like these. Okay, so now we are going to create something simple, and that is actually we are going to group these two moving part and this background. So let's replicate this one actually. So remove any shadows from it. This is actually group moving BG. Okay, so this moving part and moving BG, we are going to group them and we are going to name them top or the first one. So let's move it like first. Okay, then we are going to replicate it, and we are going to press command D. This is going to be our second one. Command D or control D. Third, command D. Fourth, command D. Fifth. Okay, so we have now 5 groups, and everyone have the same both these layers. And if you want, you can also remove the opacity of this. Okay, so if you want to keep it, that's not a problem. Okay, now we have created all these layers. We just need to move to the next screen, and we are going to replicate this. Let's replicate it. Okay, so we have replicated it, and now we need to change few things over here. So this fifth one is going to be rotated to 90 degree over here. Fourth one we are going to move to 75 degrees, and third one we are going to move to 60 degree. Second one we are going to move to 30 degree, and first one is going to go to the same place. So now we are going to remove the opacity of these. Let me show you. Opacity. First one is also going to be like this. Okay, so we need to have some settings for this one. I think we need 20% like this, and also the third one is going to be 30%. Fourth one is going to be 45%, and fifth one is going to be 60%. Okay, something like this. And okay, so here we have this. Actually it is rotating, and let's go to prototype, and I'm going to show you what we actually are going to do. So let's link this to the next one. Go to this drag, auto-animate, and don't use anything. Easing is going to be none. So let me show you how it is going to look like. Oops. So actually we need to, drag this one. So this item is going to be dragged. So let's drag this over here. Oops, so we haven't changed the position of this one. So let's go back and change few things over here. So here we have this drag. So we are going to change its position to something over here. Also its width to 250. Oops, 250 is too much. 200. Okay, so this is looking great. Let's move this also. So now whatever we move on this screen, because we have the same layers, same names on both screens, so whatever we move on this second screen, it is going to auto animate with the drag. So I'm going to make this a bit bigger, like 42. Oops, lock this aspect ratio. Let's make it 40 or maybe 45. Okay, so this is looking good, looking great. Oops. Make sure the distance is the same, 11. Okay, so this is looking good. Let's see if it is going to work. Okay, so this is a different effect. I think we need to remove our other backgrounds. Okay, now this moving background, we need to remove them. Delete, 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 and also going to delete this one. Now let's play it. Still we are having the same effect. I'm not sure why. Oops, oops, oops. Actually, we also need to delete these over here, okay? So this is actually the problem. The moving BG behind is actually having some issues with us. Let's remove this. Now let's play it again. You can see now it is increasing smoothly. Actually, I use the BG to rotate it properly with this alignment. And you can see now, oops, what is happening? Okay, so this is looking great. Now we need to move our text. So for that, I'm going to double click and open this mask group. And we just are going to move this to like 4. And I'm going to move this to something else like 45. 47. Let's move it to 47 like this. And now if I play it, you can see it is going to move it to 47%. And similarly, we are going to do the same with this one. We are going to move it with this circle and let's align it like this. And we are going to change its values. So we actually inside this mask group, I am going to change these numbers and they are going to reflect in my animation. Let's change this one. Let's play it again. Actually, we haven't set the drag back, so we are going to set this in prototype. So if I drag it, it is going to link to this screen. Okay, so say there is something happening with this shadow over here. I'm not sure why it is actually increasing. So I'm going to make sure that something is same between both these. Okay, so let's see what is the problem. We have just one background over here and we have two backgrounds over here. So let's copy both of them and paste them over here. Okay, so actually maybe I have accidentally deleted one layer, so this is actually happening due to that reason. Now the shadow will not move. Okay, now you can see these 3 or 4 things, they are moving with these. Okay, so this is how we are going to create this whole effect. Actually, I am rotating the same dot again and again to create more copies of it. If you want it to move further, you can replicate this, command D, make it 6th, replicate this, command D, make it 7th, and I'm going to copy these and paste these on the second one too, second artboard too, and here we are going to copy them, move them over here. And the thing we are going to do is, oops, I think I have moved it inside this mask group. Let's close these mask groups. It's 7. Okay, now I'm going to rotate them again and we are going to rotate them to 50%, 70%, 85%, maybe 90%. Okay, so now you can see I have increased it. So if you want to increase it more, you can keep on rotating these different objects, these moving part, and keep on rotating them, and it is going to fill the whole circle. Okay, so this is looking more like 47% rather than the previous one. So I'm going to move it like that. So this is looking perfect. So I hope you have got the idea of how you can create these auto animate drag effects using Adobe XD. Thank you for staying with me and showing patience. If you have any questions or comments, you can ask me down below in the comment section, and do look out for my other tutorials, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos like that. So see you soon in the next video.